Hello, my name is Alyssa Bosley. I'm a 17-year-old from Edgewood, Kentucky. I'm a graduating senior at Dixie Heights High School and will be attending the University of Louisville in the upcoming semester, where I plan to double major in history as well as gender studies before going on to law school. Like every other senior, it has been impossible for me to ignore the fact that COVID-19 has drastically altered the course of not only our nation, but also the rest of the world unimaginably. Included in this was the class of 2020 senior year. Looking back, there was no way anyone could have predicted the effect that the coronavirus would have on mine and several others' senior year. Even in the midst of confusion and the beginning of cancellations, it was difficult for me to wrap my head around the unprecedented changes occurring. Nevertheless, my confusion didn't stop my classes from transitioning to an online format, my graduation from being canceled, my college orientation being rescheduled, or my inability to see my friends. While I understood that there were bigger issues facing the world than me missing out on a graduation, it was still hard not to feel an immense amount of disappointment that my past 4 years of hard work in class and sleepless nights doing homework wouldn't be congratulated at all. I had always pictured myself walking across the stage and proudly being handed my diploma to capstone my high school experience. This being said, alongside my disappointment, I also gained a new appreciation for my teachers as well as my community, who made every effort to provide a memorable experience for seniors despite the less than traditional circumstances. Personally, the hardest change that I had to face during my senior year as a direct result of the coronavirus was the sudden absence of a routine. Prior to COVID-19, I had allotted hours for each of my classes. As they moved online, however, I was no longer forced to stick to the schedule. At the start, it admittedly felt like each day blended together, and my motivation to pull myself out of bed and work on schooling was quickly dissipating. I combated this by reforming my previous schedule and abiding by it as best as I could. So while coronavirus has negatively affected my senior year, I also discovered a self-discipline within myself that I didn't know I possessed. Although I didn't get to experience the traditional high school graduation, I'm confident that we as a society can get through COVID-19 together by remembering the fundamental values of our community. Decades from now, I might not be able to recount to a younger generation how I threw my cap into the air as a final goodbye to high school or have a prom dress to pass down. However, I will be able to tell them how the class of 2020 banded together to endure a global pandemic. That makes me prouder than any school dance or ceremony ever could. Thank you.